Liz, thanks for joining us. One of the things I think a lot of our clients are interested in is talking about banking as a service. And I know there's a couple of different versions of that. I'm curious if you could maybe distill that down for some folks.
Yeah, of course. So like you said, so it falls under this banking as a service is really this umbrella term for two major pieces. And the first is embedded banking and the other one is embedded fintech. And we think of embedded banking, this is when you think of the Chimes of the world. And of course, because they're not a bank, they can't hold the deposits, and actually the bank corp is holding the deposits. And that can apply for payments or lending, treasury management, any kind of products those fintechs are offering. And then the other one is embedded fintech. So this one I think is really, really interesting because you don't have to be a fintech to offer the capabilities of a fintech. So this is where you partner with a fintech. So one interesting one I'm hearing a lot about right now is Greenlight. So it's the neobank for your kids and teenagers. You know, they vacuum the floor, they check it off, and $5 gets deposited into their account. So what Greenlight is doing currently is they're offering their product to banks and credit unions, and it's a co-branded solution as a way for our financial institutions to tap into that younger demographic. So it's the partnership between the bank and the fintech to offer the fintech offering to the bank and credit union customers.
So let's take a minute and talk about embedded fintech first, because I think that's one folks probably aren't as familiar with, but I think the example you gave is a really good one, right? So Greenlight is a functionality, in some ways it's like a vendor, but it's a little bit more unique because it's a unique functionality that doesn't exist from standard vendors, from your FISs and Fiservs of the world. So it's the ability to offer something like parent-child accounts, family wallets type capability as a financial institution. I think Savvy Money's probably another example, right, where they offer like credit bureaus and scores and things like that. So embedded fintech, I think, is a part of this. And honestly, you tell me, but my guess is for most institutions, probably more likely to be viable for most of our clients, because using those fintech capabilities within your financial institution is a much easier process and much more likely to be viable than becoming a BaaS bank, aka becoming the bank behind a Chime or other fintech in the space. Is that fair?
Right. And that's a whole other TED Talk topic to talk about the compliance, the technical requirements into becoming a BaaS bank. There are about 100 institutions that do that. But I think the really great thing about embedded fintech is being able to offer these products that you don't have to build yourself. And it really is just a partnership between you and the fintech.